All right, welcome back to Go Ham. If you are coming off of the slow season or you've experienced slow weeks, whether you're a salon owner or a stylist, this episode is for you. So listen up, because we are talking about all of the ways that you can get booked and busy in 2026 without posting on Instagram 30 times a week.
Oh, I feel like a lot of stylists are going to be happy to hear this.
I mean, honestly, like where we're at is we definitely have had some slow weeks, which has triggered me to kind of put the research in and try and figure out ways that our team members can get booked and busy. And as the owners, we obviously put a lot of time and energy into marketing and growing the business and getting new clients in. But I think there is, in today's society, an unwritten rule of like the only way to market myself is to post on social media, and I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, when did that become about? Because think about it. How did these amazing stylists stay so booked before social media even existed?
Well, I feel like we're in like a evolution here. Like I do think there was a time where like that was like considered the only way. But now I feel like since the market is like so saturated, there's so many hairstylists, there's so much competition, like yeah, it's important, but like I kind of feel like people are understanding that like, yeah, we're getting back to basics here. You know?
Well, let's talk about our, we're in a group chat right now with two of our top stylists who are planning an education program for our company. And we were talking about content and kind of like, you know, just ways to go about this. And the two of them couldn't agree more. They were so in sync on this topic that basically the number one way to grow your business is through referrals.
Word of mouth.
The number one way to grow your business is through word of mouth referrals.
Yeah. Last week at our location, I noticed like there was a ton of Blue. Blue is a new client at our company in our software system. And, you know, there was quite a few people who had like columns of like new guests, and I made it a point to like ask them, I'm like, hey, like make sure you find out where your new guests are coming from. I'm like curious to know, or like halfway through the day, hey, how did those new guests hear about you? And majority of the time they were referrals from people that were already coming to them, which was super interesting.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Because let's talk about what a referral actually looks like. And that is somebody who's coming to you, who's already happy with the service that you're providing, who you're probably already vibing with, and they're sending people like them to you. So like, cha-ching. That's great.
Yeah, it's double win.
Yeah.
And before we kind of dive into this, I just want to mention that in my research that I've been doing, I've, you know, watched some podcasts, I've listened to some things, I've, you know, ChatGPT'd it up. But one thing that Gina Bianca said that in her episode that she did on pre-booking a while ago, I was listening to that recently, and she had mentioned, she's basically like, listen, if you're a commission salon, if you work for a commission salon as a stylist, you have to own that you are a part of self-marketing, and you can't just sit back and let the salon take full control of marketing and getting your business built. Now, I think there's two types of stylists out there. One of them is the one that is business driven, who is motivated and going to market in any way they can. And the other one is the one that's just going to sit back and let the salon feed them clients. And I will say this, I genuinely believe that if you are somebody who is self-marketing and promoting your business on your own, you are going to skyrocket to the top, and it's going to be light years ahead of the stylist who sits back and waits. So with that, we just chatted about referrals, because obviously that's a huge portion. But what else do we got?
Need to get into pre-booking.
The most underestimated strategy and unsexy strategy is rebooking.
And they say that most stylists that have like full books, they pre-book at least 80% of their clients.
Yeah.
And that's a true fact.
Yeah. I think like when you're a new stylist, like you are curious about ways to get new guests and ways to market yourself, and you know, all of these like tricky ways that you can get people to come in your chair, the Facebook groups, like all of that. But like it's 10 times harder to get a new guest in your chair than it is to keep the one that's already there coming back.
Yep.
And I feel like if you can master your script and your guest experience and really hone in on rebookings early, like you're going to be so successful because you're guaranteeing that income for the future.
Well, I think you're right in saying like guest experience, like giving the perfect service and everything. But I think consultations have a lot to do with it too. I think if you can provide a great consultation where the client actually feels heard, they're sitting in their chair, they're telling you what they want, you're asking a bunch of questions, and they feel like, wow, she really gets me. Like, I think the consultation is a great point where you can win somebody right back.
You can. And I also think that one of the biggest issues that we have is that a lot of people lean into, I'm going to talk about the consultation at checkout. And I'm just going to say, hey, do you want to book your next appointment? And what they're not doing is setting them up with a plan. And this is exactly what happened to you with your lymphatic massage yesterday. Mm-hmm. She set you up. Like, she basically said, like, hey, you're going to have great results, no doubt.
Yeah.
But you're going to get optimal results if you book in 2 weeks and come back. And guess who booked in 2 weeks and came back?
And you know what else she did with me? She got personal. We started talking about my
more
health
ways
journey.
than one, huh?
Yeah, please. No, our conversation got very personal. Like, she didn't just tell me like what the massage was going to do for me and everything. Like, she asked a lot of questions, health-wise, stuff like that. So like, I was like telling her a lot of stuff, like things that I would tell my doctor. And I felt like I was on the next level with her. And I'm like, okay, I trust her. She trusts me. Like, I'm definitely going to come back to her.
Well, she better get personal if she's going to be all up in your mouth soon.
Oh, God. I can't with you two.
We came with you.
I'm so
It's really effective. It's a really, really effective technique, apparently. Let me look it up. I gotta look it up.
Oh, God, no. All right. No. Reel it in.
I'm reeling it in.
I
but
want
need
to
look
talk
up the name of
about the second thing, which I think is retention in general. Like, I just feel like if you are providing a great experience and you are really taking the time to, show this guest that not only can you perform this skill, but you're also going to connect with them on a personal level. You're going to make, recommendations based off of whatever their hair needs are. And then you're going to set them up with a plan for like, hey, here's where we're at now, but in the next 6 months, I'm pretty confident I can get you here. This is what this is going to look like. That's really going to set you up in a way where that client's going to feel a deeper connection and actually decide to come back to you. Because I feel like what happens is sometimes people just go get a haircut and it's just a haircut to them. And, they're like, all right, cool. Next time I'm just going to go get a haircut somewhere. So if that's the case, you failed. You provided a great haircut, but you did not give them any reason to come back to you.
Yeah. Just to touch on retention, I feel like a lot of people don't know what the difference between retention and rebooking is. Retention is whether or not the client returns, and like a strong retention is usually measured in 90 days. I feel like that's something that like our team struggled for a while understanding. Even us, like, we had struggled understanding it when we started to measure this. But yeah, like the potential of income that you can increase your business, like back to the pre-books, like that is crazy to me. Like, just by increasing your pre-books, like you could increase your service sales for the year by like $20,000. Mm-hmm. And also, like, rebooking is what is going to affect your retention. So rebooking is that leading indicator, and retention is the lagging indicator. So like they work hand in hand with each other. Retention is going to speak more to, your guest experience, your consultation, and then rebooking is the actual like strategy of getting them to come back in when they need to come back in.
Mm-hmm.
As for an owner or a stylist, I think it's super important to know like your rates too, like your percentage rates. I think like you should be evaluating your business behind the chair. Maybe not every month, but every 2 months at least, just to see like who's returning, who's staying with you, who's leaving.
Mm-hmm. So it's interesting because I had done some check-ins this week with my team, and one of the conversations that I had prompted us to explore her retention percentage, and she was disappointed by it. She didn't love it. And what I loved is she left that conversation. We talked about it a little bit. She left the conversation. 15 minutes later, I get a text from her with a full plan. Wow. Of like, these are all of the things I'm going to be doing to improve my retention rate over the next 3 months. And I was just like blown away. And I'm like, you know what? That's it. Like you could sit down and you can be disappointed by that number. Retention can be tough, and it's definitely humbling at times. But you can see the number, but the beauty in it is when it prompts you to improve, to make sure that your retention is going to increase over time, because that's it. It's guest experience. There's something in your guest experience that you're missing, which is why you are maybe not having the guest retention that you'd like.
Well, that's why I think it's super important to pay attention to that number, because I feel like it's very easy to have like, a skewed perception of what you're, you think like you're seeing people, but then you're like, wow, I haven't seen this person in 5 months. Like,
Yep.
I wonder why. But I feel like if you're paying attention to your number, it makes you way more aware, obviously.
Yep.
And I think that there's a lot of stylists out there that probably don't even look at it.
So this
But
leads,
it's like a key.
this leads us right
indicator.
into this next area of marketing that I think is definitely not used. It's not utilized.
Before you move on, I want to mention, like, if you're somebody who is very numbers driven, like, you want to be focusing on retention, because that speaks to connection, relationships, like all of the things that you're probably not doing in your business. So just wanted to mention that.
100%. So recently, and we have, let's like just full transparency here. We have stylists that are seasoned vets who have been doing hair for 15 years. We have, up and comers who are masters at social media, but some of our seasoned stylists are not masters of social media. And here's what I'll say. Some of them have the strongest books you will ever see without focusing on social media marketing. And some of them don't. And some of them have gone through seasons of their career where they may be in a position where things feel a little sparse, which I'm currently dealing with somebody. And what we decided to do, a strategy that we took this week, which is new, is we ran a report. We looked at the past 120 days, and then our software system allows us to actually see the clients who came back and went to someone else, or who did not come back. And what we did was we looked at the clients who haven't come back. I printed out a report. Her and I sat down, we looked at it, and, we kind of just analyzed it. And she, I said, I'm like, are there any people on here that like you are surprised seeing? And we decided, she's like, yeah, I'm going to follow up with them, which I love, because I feel like what happens is people, for whatever reason, may choose to go to someone else or a different salon, and then they feel very uncomfortable coming back. And that's a problem. And that's where I feel like every client should feel okay coming back to your business, even if they've explored someone else. And as a stylist, I was very big on that. Like if I saw somebody out and I used to do their hair, I would never make it feel awkward in any way, like, oh, your hair looks great. Like just very complimentary, or like just non-aggressive. I feel like people are very scared of that feeling like, oh, she's going to know that I went to someone else.
They cheat it. It's like, it's when you have a connection with somebody and then they feel like they like cheated the relationship when they leave and go with somebody else.
And then they feel like they can't come back.
But like we talked about it yesterday, and it's okay. Like it's okay to try other people. It's okay to try other salons. Like everybody does it. It's nature. It's human. Like, it's,
So I think normalizing that and being able to check in with your clients who may have left and gone to someone else, and whether that's, a DM on Instagram or, a text, I don't know. I guess it's based off of whatever communication that you have with that person. But I think it's an opportunity to just check in. And I think obviously you have to be very strategic with the verbiage around that. But if you were to just check in and just say, hey, I've been thinking about you, not sure where you're going now, but I just want to let you know, if you ever need anything for your beauty needs, my chair's always open. Like something casual.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I mean, this was just recommended to us on a deeper level, like as owners.
Oh, yeah.
Reaching out to guests that haven't returned. I mean, how much does that speak to somebody when an owner reaches out to them and says, hey, I noticed you haven't visited us in a while. Like, is there anything that I could do? Could I make a personal recommendation? Like, I think that's definitely an avenue that we should consider at some point.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they'd be more likely to say, like, maybe why they didn't come back, too.
Yeah, well, that would give you good feedback. I mean, so you're either going to try to get them back in your chair, or at least find out why they're not coming back.
Exactly. Yep.
So it's, killing two birds with one stone.
We chatted very briefly in the beginning about the next option, which is basically just referrals from the clients that are already coming to you. I would like to dissect that further if you guys don't mind. And what I want to ask you both is, what do you think drives a client to refer someone?
I mean, for me personally, like, I'm so happy to share. Like, I texted you guys right away her card from yesterday. If I had a good experience and I felt a connection, I'm happy to share it with anybody that I know that could benefit from that person.
So you're just like a natural, I just want my friends to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, like, honestly happens for us. Like,
yeah,
come one, come all type of thing.
Yeah. Like, hey, I just had the best experience. I want you guys to all try this and see what you think. That's me. But I also love, like, when you're out, like, in a supermarket or someone and somebody's like, oh my God, I love your hair. Where do you go? And you're like, oh, I go to Privé, and they're like, oh, what's the number or whatever, like, and then you'd like know, like, wow, I didn't even really do anything. All I did was showed up with good hair.
Yeah.
And people are noticing it.
For
That
me,
happens.
it's different. Like, I think of like authenticity, and there's been times where like people have like flattered me by saying like, hey, like, you're awesome, I'm still trying to build my book, like anybody you could send me, I'd be super appreciative. I feel like when you acknowledge it, like it means a lot more to the client than anything. It's also like a form of flattery, like when you position it that way. But also like appreciation. Like, I absolutely hate when I send people business and there's zero like acknowledgement like when I return, because it's like that's the best way to build a business, and the best form of flattery for the person who's providing the service is like to send referrals. And when it goes unnoticed, it literally like drives me nuts.
It's like the sign at the dentist office. Like the best compliment you can give is a referral.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if you want to hit this on a deeper level, like think about the experience where, like, let's say I go to see Svetlana for a lymphatic massage, which I
that
will
her
likely
name?
do.
That's her full name, yeah.
So let's say I go to her. I walk in, I sit down, you know, she asks, well, how did you hear about me? And I say, oh, my sister Heather referred you. There's two answers. Well, there's many answers, but one could be like, oh, okay. And the other one could be like, oh my God, I really enjoyed my experience with her. And like that is next level too.
Yeah,
Because I feel like you doing that just kind of, you spark an emotional connection right there, because now like we share this, you know, common theme of like, oh, we love Heather, you know, like she's great. Like, and then you can kind of build off of that, which I feel like sometimes that happens where they're just like, oh, you know, my sister came. Oh, okay. What services are you getting done today? Like, it's like that's a missed opportunity.
That happens when you tell them me.
I mean, it can happen. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I leave my mark everywhere.
Some people don't give a shit, dude. That's my point.
kidding.
And I'll tell you what, here's the
just
powerful
kidding.
thing here. It's like, I think the stylists who are getting to that deeper emotional connection are the ones who are going in the notes. They're storing about Heather and her family, or, you know, she mentioned her sister might come in to me. Yes.
Yeah.
Like they're really taking the time to build a profile around you, and you're not just like a ticket to them.
No, because you build a connection, you build a relationship. There's a rapport there, and you feel that connection, and that's probably, when you ask me the question, I think for me, connection means more to me than the actual service.
Yep.
Like, I'm that type of person where I like to connect with people. Like, I'll tell you my whole entire life story if you want to hear it, and I want to hear about yours, you know? But I also want you to remember me the next time I come in.
I also think like for you, it's problem solving too. Like if they can figure out like you said with like your health issues, like if they can figure out a way to like solve those problems for you, like that means a lot to you too.
Yeah, for sure.
But something Gina mentioned on the podcast about pre-booking is like, if clients make you a part of their lifestyle, like if they're in your chair like every month, like they're naturally going to want to tell their friends about you, because like it's that good. And I'm sure you can remember like when you had a clique of friends who like referred all their main crew, and it was like every time one of those friends came in, it was like you knew what was going on within like their inner circle, and like you could laugh about some of the experiences that they had with each other. And that's just like the best part of like the referral process, I think.
It is 100%. And I also feel like you somehow attract like who you are.
Yeah.
Like I feel like at the end when I was getting out of doing hair, my core people, it was like I was having a ball. I mean, I should have been paying them to entertain me all day. That's how it felt, you know, like it was 6 hours of just like pure joy for the most part. Obviously there's things that go on, but so I do feel like the referral piece is massive, because you're building your business with like-minded people who like you actually enjoy spending time with. And there's a lot of stylists that we have that do that now. Another thing that we recently have talked a little bit about, which I think a lot of people do this at this point, but we definitely miss it sometimes, is just the collaboration or cross marketing within networks. And I feel like, you know, like I kind of chatted with a few of the girls in the break room the other day about this opportunity, and I think they're all aware of it, but they just don't lean into it heavy enough. And I'll use Jewel as the example. I was chatting with her. I was like, you know, where do you go for lasers? I see you post about them all the time, which she does. And she was like, oh, this company, it's right up the street, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, have you ever thought about like a collaboration with them? Like they probably have your ideal client. They're probably your ideal client. And she was like, well, yeah, now that you say that, like they definitely are. And I was like, why don't you just like reach out and see if they'd be interested in that type of thing? And she did. And I don't know if there was any success there or not, but I think that type of thing is definitely valuable because it's businesses that you're already going to or service providers that you're already seeing, that you're in the same type of market. It just makes sense.
Well, we've like slept on that for forever until the Galentine's event. Like I feel like that was like a major breakthrough with partnering with other companies.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
One of the aesthetics companies local to us like actually sent their team to get blowouts and like make it a marketing opportunity for them, which I thought was super smart.
Yeah.
We were like, wow, you fucking losers.
Yeah.
Like, never thought of this?
So I feel like, yeah, there's definitely major benefits because like you said, like you're sharing the same target market.
Yeah. And you're probably like already going to these businesses.
Yep.
So like if you're supporting them, they're open to supporting you back, and it just makes sense. So these types of businesses that I'm thinking are like obviously aesthetic studios, Pilates places, fitness, wellness, injectables, all of the things, facials.
Yep.
There's just like so many opportunities.
Even schools, you can collab
Boutiques.
with schools.
Yep.
There's a lot of opportunities out there.
The next one's kind of like, I feel like it's not instant gratification, so people don't know the value behind it, but reviews.
Oh yeah, that's huge right now.
Yeah.
People go to reviews for everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah. Like, I'll use the example I'm currently in the market for everything. But I'm currently in the market for a facialist. And I really want somebody who I can go to for facials, injectables, and lasers. All three. Like, I'm very open to. But I really just want to go to one person that can basically, like, set me up on a success plan for, like, a year. Like, hey, here's what your year plan's going to look like. I'm going to have you this time out for all of these different services. Because what I don't want to do is go to different people for all of these and then,
And
things not line up.
Different things. And,
yeah. So I'm in the market for that. And I've been heavily researching it, trying to figure out who I feel like is the right fit. And I'm living in Google reviews. Because I'll find a company, like right now, I have a company that I'm very interested in, but I have to sift through all of the Google reviews to feel like who I'm going to find is going to be the right fit for me. And I'm a psychopath, so.
Well, you don't even need to do that anymore. I feel like stacking reviews is super important now because of AI. If your name is mentioned like 10 times in all of those reviews, your name is the first one popping up with that AI assist in Google.
There she is.
Yeah, like it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, so
That's
anybody
why-
trying to build your book, just, get 10 Google reviews.
But that's why I feel like it's like there's no instant gratification. It's like almost like the retention thing. Like it's something that's thought about, like, and you get the return on it after the fact.
Yeah.
Like asking 10 people for a review, like probably isn't something that you want to do. But if you can ask 100 people and get 10, like that's going to benefit your business when people are looking for a new stylist.
And also to piggyback off of this, it's one of those lagging indicators. So like what I mean by that is Heather refers me to Svetlana at so-and-so studio. I'm not just going to go book her. I'm going to look at her Instagram and I'm going to look at Google. And if you were not present on either of those, I'm probably not going to book. So it's like, it's just that second support thing that like, okay, like you had a great experience. Love it. I'm probably going to book, but I want the confirmation that this is the best provider at this business. So now I want to go to Google and I want to search anything with her name and I want to see like what's coming out. And this is psychotic shit. I know that, but this is where I'm at in life.
I mean, it's how consumers operate.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure like everybody who is looking for top-notch service like does this type of research. They just don't go and go on to Groupon. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there is people that do that, but if people who are looking for luxury like upscale services, like this is how they operate.
Yep. So in 2026, and this is something that we've shifted, you and I particularly spend a lot of time with marketing. We live, eat, and breathe it. Heather, I know you don't, but question on this: in 2026, what do you think the most valuable thing of a stylist Instagram actually is right now?
A stylist Instagram.
Like, what should it feel like to a consumer?
I think it should feel like I know the expectation going in. I want to see behind the scenes of the experience that I'm going to get. I want to see the results. You know, I don't want to. I know when I'm looking for like things like you said, like injectables or facialists. Like I'm looking for those things. You know, is there something that they're doing that nobody else is doing?
Yep.
Can they set me up for a problem that I have that they can solve? Like those type of things, like shown in Instagram, which I know is really fucking hard, but like that's what people are looking for.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like even just like the grid and like if your top 9 photos can be pretty much like present, like not like posted 3 years ago. That's something that needs to happen. Thumbnails, I think, is that what they're called? What are those little things called? The dots. No.
They're called
Highlights. There we go, Luke. Thank you.
We're so fucking old.
I know. The highlights, like that's something that like could help me. I typically don't click on those unless there's something that really sparks me. But the things that I'm looking for is number one, like what does the space look like? Like that matters to me. Like I don't care if you're the best hairstylist. If you're in a shitty place, I'm probably not coming. Like it's the same with like food. Like you could be the best chef in the world, but if your space isn't nice, I'm probably not going to come. So like I want to see the space. I want to see your work. I want to see your vibe. Like I want to know a little bit about you. I don't want to have to scroll down, or if I can't find a picture of you to actually see who you are, that's a problem to me. Like I want to know all of this before I, book this visit with you. I know this can sound overwhelming, but I don't think it should be. I really think like if you can show the space that you work in, some of your work, you yourself in that first like 3 or 4, 6 posts, I think you're set up for success. I don't think it has to be that hard.
Yeah, and quality over quantity. I'm not looking to see how many times you posted a day, but
No.
more so like, is what you're posting still relevant?
100%.
What do you look for? Do you look at Instagram or do you look at Google or both?
No,
Like when you research this lymphatic masseuse.
it was on Facebook, and then I went to her Instagram.
Okay.
So I did go on Instagram, and like I mean, I'm interested in what your specialty is.
Okay.
Like if I'm specifically looking for somebody that does blonde highlights, like I want to see that on your page. Like
Okay.
I don't want to go to your page and see all brunettes.
Yeah.
Like so, like I kind of gear more towards what specific item I'm looking for, and like I could go to any massage or any masseuse page and see they do massages, but not all of them do lymphatic massages. So that's like my thing right now. Like it's what I want to learn about. It's what I want to go to. But yeah, I would say Instagram's my thing, but I'm big with referrals. Like I only got her name because I went down a rabbit hole after somebody referred her on a page. I saw like somebody referred was like, oh, you have to go to her. She's like a miracle worker. And when I saw that she mentioned that she does lymphatic, I was like, you know what, let me look into her. And that's when I went down the rabbit hole. So I guess essentially it's more so a referral from somebody.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't get into the Facebook groups.
I think we should, because I think that that's a whole different market. And you're right about that. Like, I think people in a specific, I don't know, is it just a generation? Is it us? Is it millennials and above?
What, that operate Facebook?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, like if I'm looking for a tutor, I'm going to go into mainline parent community and see who
I don't
recommends
see it as
tutors.
a bad thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
So talk about that post.
So I was in a local, and it was a local page. So like that's a plus too, because I know whoever's being referred is local, and it's not going to be like some crazy thing that I have to like go to New York City for. So I was in like a local moms group, and somebody posted, what options do I have besides Botox? And right now that's where I'm at, because I haven't had Botox in 2 years, and I'm trying to keep toxins out of my body, and I'm trying to do things more like natural. And so when I saw that, that's what engaged me. And then I started reading people like commenting and giving, ideas. And then finally people started saying, you need to go see this person and that person and this person. And somebody had mentioned this girl that I had went to yesterday and mentioned lymphatic. And that's been on my mind for a while, because I've had a doctor tell me that. And I've also had like other research that I've done say like the benefits of it. So when I saw this girl, I was like, okay, so this girl treats lymphatic, plus she does other options besides Botox. Like there's got to be something. So then that led me to her Instagram page. And then, I went on her page Tuesday night, and I booked my
What
appointment yesterday.
What about her page made you book?
I just felt like she was super knowledgeable, and like she gives a lot of information on her page, like to do at home things like that can help. So like I just felt like this girl knows her shit. Like if she's not just trying to get you in so she can work on you and like charge you, and she's telling you things you can do on your own at home, like that like really intrigued me. But for me, I mean, I just felt like her page was professional. You know, her space was great. Like she just, you know, and it just so happened she had like one appointment yesterday that was available, and it worked for me, so I took it. And then she wasn't available for like, I think like another 2 weeks after yesterday.
Okay.
So I was happy I was able to make that work because I got in with her.
Okay.
But yeah, it was basically that mom's page that somebody just mentioned her name and talked about like what she specializes in.
Yep.
And it caught my interest.
Would you guys say, and I'm curious to know your thoughts on this, is the number one way to gain clients or grow a business in 2026 is the most powerful way being like word of mouth? Like basically you have happy clients and they're willing to send people.
I think so.
Yeah, I agree. Because I think all of the other things that we talked about can support your business, but it's not going to initiate.
I mean, because I'm even thinking about this post on Facebook, and these were clients of hers that were pushing her.
Yeah.
You know, it's a different way. It's not like they're referring friends and family, but they're commenting about her on a post. So.
And like now I'm intrigued over here.
I know, seriously.
Did you guys start following her yet?
Not
I
yet.
just looked at her like she is like, it looks like she knows her shit. Like she specializes in her, this is her thing. Like this is all she does. So.
And yesterday I was asking her like, where'd you get educated? Like I wanted to know everything, but like apparently she's like, she went to other countries to get educated. It wasn't even here because we don't do it here.
All right. So maybe unpopular opinion, because I feel like most of the internet feels like you have to market yourself on social media to grow a business, but we don't agree. In 2026, there are lots of ways that you can do it. Biggest one being referral and word of mouth, in our opinion. So if this lands with you, drop a comment. If you want to see more, let us know. Head over to thegohampod.com. We have some free resources for you, and we appreciate you being here. Like and subscribe.